Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to start a brand new project. Before we begin today, let's take a look at the Great Wave of Kanagawa. Let's take a look at this for 10 seconds. I just want you to look and think about what you might be wondering about, what questions you might have. Let's take a look for 10 seconds. Don't take your eyes off the image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and talk to a partner at your table. Could be across from you, could be next to you. What do you think about in this painting? What do you wonder about? What are some questions you might have? Talk to a neighbor. All right, awesome. In this project, I hope to show you that art will help you in other subjects in school, that artists and your art could be inspired by nature, and I wanted to show you that all artists explore new methods, materials, and techniques. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you a question and take 3 different answers. Here's my question. I want you to think a little bit hard about this one. Put 2 fingers on your brain. Think. Here's my question. If you had to think of a brand new way of art, a kind of art that no one has ever seen before, what would you do? What would you make? Let's go ahead and raise some hands. Thank you so much. In this project, we'll be making shaving cream prints. Now, we're not going to make one today. Today, we're just going to practice and play around with a new material that you haven't used yet in this room before, shaving cream. So, let's go ahead and start with our magic word of the day. I want you to say printmaking. So, printmaking is the technique of making multiple copies of the same design. A monoprint is one image of another image made from a reprintable surface. So that could be a block or a piece of rubber or maybe a piece of foam. I don't know, but it's an image created by another image over and over and over again. In a moment, I will give everyone a little bit of shaving cream. You get what you get, and I hope you said you don't throw a fit. You just take your hand and you can smooth it around. Now, once you've touched it, do you think you should touch anything in your bin? Hope you said no. Should you touch my books? Should you touch my supplies? Should you touch yourself? Should you touch a friend? Should you itch your ear? Should you itch your other ear? Should you pick your nose? I hope you said no. What you're doing is you're practicing your line today. You're practicing your what? Maybe I want to do a zigzag line. Maybe I want to do a loop-de-loop line or a castle line. I'm just taking my finger and dragging it where it needs to go. You could do a dashed line. Maybe you could erase it by going over it and do a big old swirl for me. What else could I do? You could practice writing your name. Maybe I could write my letters. You could also practice your numbers if you wanted to. And maybe you could also practice your shapes. I'm going to pause the video and we're going to call on some people who can tell me their favorite line types, some letters that they can think of, and also some shapes that we could draw today. Today, I am trusting that I can let you use the shaving cream without touching a neighbor or creating a mess. When we have a moment and it's about time to start cleaning up, you're going to take your shaving cream and you are going to clean your table. So I'm using the shaving cream. I'm doing big circles, and it's hard to record and do it at the same time. What you're noticing that will happen is that the shaving cream will go away. So when it's time to clean up, you're gonna do really big circles. And I love this part because I can always see who's doing the biggest circles because their shaving cream is turning invisible first. So I'm gonna take a moment and really do some big circles. This might even give you a little bit of exercise because this will be a hard thing to do. After that, once I see that your shaving cream has gone invisible, I will give you a wet wipe where you can clean your hands and clean your table of any remaining shaving cream. After we have done shaving cream, I have a special project that we can do for today. Some of you may have used these before. These are my classroom iPads. I keep them over here. When we're done using shaving cream, I can open this up with my key and I can get you an iPad. We should have enough for everyone, although in some classes it gets really big, so you may need to share. What you do is you take an iPad. Notice that there's these numbers down here. These are the numbers of the iPad, so I hope you can read your numbers. The reason that this iPad is over here is because it says it's iPad number, hope you said iPad number 1. So iPad number 1 would go in this slot right here. You're gonna take the iPad back to your table. Remember, this is after shaving cream, and I'm gonna show you how to use it. Your iPad always stays at this table. Some iPads have a little cover, some don't. This one does not. I want you to know some buttons on here. This is the home button, say home button. If you turn it over here, you'll see the volume button, say volume button. Very good. And then this button you'll use at the very end. It is super tiny. We're gonna call this the lock button, say lock button. Very good. On the back of your iPad, there may be a little thing that will pop out. Please do not play with this, that's how things break. The reason this is here is so that if you wanted to pull it out, you could put your iPad here and you don't have to worry about holding it up. Whether you're using your iPad like this or like this, which is horizontal or vertical, the way you get in is you press the home button twice. How many times? Hope you said 2. I pressed it once, nothing will happen. If you press it again, then it will open up to the different apps that you can choose from. You can choose any of these apps. You can look inside these folders and play any one that you want. I don't know how to play them, so you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. You may need to ask a friend. Not all apps or iPads are the same. They don't have the same games on them. You're gonna choose one of these games to play at a time, and you can use it however you want. I want you to explore. A lot of people seem to like this app called Pottery. You're welcome to use it as well. So I'll show you just a little bit about it. You can create a little 3D clay pot. And so you're just dragging with your fingers, maybe make it bigger. You can fire it, do whatever you want. When it's time to go, I'm gonna say hands on top. It is very, very important that you stop looking at your iPad, find me in the room, and put your hands on top of your head. Please don't be looking at your iPad while I'm doing hands on top, because then I will choose that maybe you don't need iPads for the rest of the year. Please don't be that person. This is very important. Say very important. When we are done, you have to do 2 different things. When I say hands on top and close your apps, what I'm telling you to do is press the home button twice. How many times? Bum bum. I pressed it twice. You're gonna see all the different apps that this iPad had open, and there's a lot. We have to close these because if we do not close them, the battery will be drained overnight, and then the next class won't have access to this iPad. You're gonna take all of these programs, swipe them up. You can go pretty fast and get them all closed. Once they're all gone, it'll go back to this screen. Turn it on its side, find that itty bitty lock button, and press it once. Once you've done that, you have finished everything. You can put back the back of it, follow the green arrows, and we will return the iPads at the very end of class. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoy your day, have fun using shaving cream, and I'm excited to see what you're gonna make on the iPads.